What's going on, guys? My name is Korvie, and today I'm going to be going over Rainbow Six Siege starter operators and basically what you want to do in operator selection and stuff like that. So let's start on the attack. Now you start with Sledge all the way up to IQ, so that first row. I recommend Sledge for beginners because this gadget is very easy. It's a hammer that breaks through destructible surfaces. I personally use the L8 5A2, which is his primary AR, and I use ACOG, compensator vertical grip, on that. And then he has a SMG-11 backup with holographic, compensator, and vertical grip. I also recommend frag grenades over flash. Now, the next operator is Thatcher, which is a little more advanced and is a pair to Thermite, and he has EMP grenades that he uses to disable electronics. Now, he has the same exact gun as Sledge, but he also has another gun, the AR-33. Either one of them is worth using. I use the same loadout for the L8, but then for the AR, you can use ACOG, muzzle brake, angled or vertical. It depends if you want the faster ADS speed, which actually is a lot better for that weapon. I just don't use that weapon. Now, Claymore over breach charge, and then he only has one secondary, which is the pistol. Ash is another great operator and good for beginners because he fires an explosive round that destroys barricades and other destructible surfaces. So he's got two fantastic weapons. He's got the R4C. She's got the R4C and the G36C. Both of these are excellent weapons. Holographic, flash hider, vertical grip, and laser is what I use on that. And then I usually actually use ACOG, compensator, vertical grip, and then, for G36. And it depends for the pistol. If you want more shots or more damage, I use either one. And then stun grenades as well. Thermite, he is pretty important, and he's one of the most picked operators, not because he's flashy, because you need him to get through arena forced walls. Now, I use the AR with ACOG, compensator, angled grip, and a laser. And then again, your preference on the same pistols as Ash with stun grenades or a Claymore. Twitch is also good. She's a little advanced though. She has two shock drones that takes out traps, mirror windows, stuff like that. But she's got a difficult gun to control, which is not the best for beginners. But once you start mastering recoil and get better at the game, you can go over to Twitch and use that F2, and I actually prefer holographic on that one. Now, Monty is decent. He's useful sometimes. He has a big shield that he cannot be shot through. And I prefer using the P9 pistol on this just because if you have to get into a gunfight, it's better to have 17 bullets than just 6, especially if you're Monty. And I prefer smoke grenades on this to help with the plant. Now, Glass and Fuse, I'm just going to talk about them real quick. They're very situational. And as a beginner, you should kind of steer clear. Blitz, again, steer clear. IQ is a operator that detects gadgets through walls, and you can also use your pistol to shoot gadgets through walls. Now, I prefer to use a suppressor and a laser on that pistol because you can take out Valkyrie cameras and other stuff like that while having a suppressed pistol. All three of these guns are actually fantastic. If you're going to run the G8, use holographic angled with a compensator. If you're going to go with the commando, it's up to you on your your sights. Now, those are the ones you start with. Then these 4 operators are These 4 operators are 10,000 renown, which is the currency in this game, apiece. Now, Buck has 26 skeleton key shots, which are basically like a shotgun. They destroy destructible surfaces, but you can also use it as a weapon. Now, I would steer clear from the Kamers or really any marksman's rifles in this game. Assault rifle. This is a hard gun to control, so as a starter, I would recommend reflex or holographic. For every gun, honestly, I would steer clear from red dot sight. But muzzle brake is pretty necessary, honestly, on this one. Then we have the MK pistol and either stuns or claymores. Blackbeard, I would steer clear of him mostly, except for some specific sites where there's lots of windows to repel. Either gun is okay, none of them are really that great. And then you have a deagle and then stun grenades. Capitao is very good. He has 2 tactical crossbows, and 1 is smokes and 1 is fire bolts. Both of them are very useful utility and helps with the plant and getting rid of roamers. Now, either gun is good. 1 is for suppressing fire on the plant, and 1 is just for taking out enemies. And also, you zoom in way faster with an angled grip on that one. You also got stuns or a claymore, depending on what your team needs. Then we have Habana, which is the next hard breaching operator in the game. She has the Type 89 and the Bearing 9. I would use these 2 as a combo, as well as stun grenades. The Type 89 is a pretty good weapon, but I prefer angled and holographic and muzzle brake on this one to get into fights faster, and I believe it's just better. The next are 4 15,000 renown operators. We got Jackal. He is banned a lot in ranked because he can track roamers and hunt them down. So we have 2 good weapons up top here, and then a necessary second shotgun for destroying floors and all that stuff like that. That's very useful. For the Jackal kit, a C7E is a laser beam, so always use angled when you can. But if you want to use the PDW for more ammunition, I would also use angled on that one. And then shotgun and smokes. Next we have Ying, and after the buff on Ying, she's actually really good. She has a bunch of stun grenades, and basically there's stuns which blind the enemy, and she's got a LMG with 80 bullets and does a lot of damage after the buff. So use angled and hollow if you're rushing. If you're keeping your distance, angled and ACOG, and then also use smoke grenades. Next, we got Zofia, which is one of the best operators and the most picked operators that you can have. She's got 2 shots of a impact grenade and 2 shots of concussion grenades. That'll help you a lot. Steer clear of the LMG and always go with the M762. You could use anything here. You could use a vertical ACOG. You could use vertical vertical holographic. You can use angled holographic, angled ACOG. It's just your personal preference. Then she's got a pistol as well as a claymore. Next we have Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi is situational, but she's pretty good. She calls the opponent's cell phones, and you'll get a ping from them. Boss G is a shotgun. I would steer clear from that though. And you have an excellent marksman's rifle, probably the best one in the game. to use, and then your personal preference on the C7-5 auto or the SMG-12. Just whichever one you could control better, in my opinion, is the one you use. And also smoke grenades or stuns, depending on the situation and what your team needs. Next, we have the Lion-Finka duo. I think Lion's probably more prevalent more than Finka. And he uses EE1Ds to detect anyone on the map if they are moving. He's got a pretty good weapon in the V308. I personally use angled hollow on that one, but you could anything rolls with that one. And then claymore or stuns, just depending on what your team needs. Finka is pretty good. Not really picked that much, but she's useful anytime you want to bring her. Both of these weapons are good. And you got a pistol and frag grenades. Her ability basically gives you no recoil and 20 extra health for like 20 seconds. We have our third and final hard breacher in Maverick, who has a torch that can break holes in reinforced walls, break hatches, but mainly what you want to do is if Thatcher is banned and you can't get through a certain wall, you want to outline the wall with your Maverick torch so it becomes soft, and then you could breach that with anything. M4 is the preferred weapon here, angled ACOG and compensator for me, but you can use anything on that. Next, we have Nomad, another really good operator, and she has 3 basically flank denial air jabs, which throw the enemy back if they hit them. Both of her weapons are weak, but you can make do with them. Then you have a pistol with a sight, and then stun grenades to go along with that. Gridlock is another fantastic operator, and the flank denial operator. She's got 3 track stingers that will throw down, and this will slow down the enemy and deal damage if they walk in. 2 excellent weapons that you can use here, and a secondary shotgun, very useful, as well as smokes, which is just a fantastic kit. Nook is very situational. She's not too good, and she doesn't have very good weapons, so we're just gonna skip over her. Same thing with Amaru. I don't even have her unlocked. She's fun, but she's not good in competitive play. Kali is very situational. If Thatcher's banned and we need something opened that a Maverick can't open, Kali is a good pick, especially for Consulate Garage. She can take out bandits and stuff like that. She's got a sniper rifle as well as a pistol or the C70 along with a claymore. Now we have Yana. Yana is the newest operator in the game. She's decent. She's got almost unlimited drones, which is very good, except for the fact that they regen. And then she's got 2 weaker weapons, and then frag grenades. So she's got a decent kit, but not the greatest. So if you're a beginner, I would stick with these first 4 operators, and then IQ over here. The first ones that you want to buy are either Buck, Happy Tail, or Habana. Steer clear from Blackbeard, steer clear from Finka at first, and probably Nook, Amaru, Kali, and Yana, steer clear from them. The ones that require more finesse to use are Monty, Glaz, Ying, Jackal, Dokubi, Lion, Finka, Maverick, Nomad, and Gridlock. So if you just want someone who's easy to use, Capital, Habana, Thermite, Ash, Thatcher, Sledge, IQ are the ones that you want to stick with at first. Also, Zofia is very good and very easy to use. This was the operator list for offense, and hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot from it.